Cool. Hey everybody, we're going to be doing the unboxing of the BoseBuild Bluetooth Cube speaker, and so let's see what's inside. So inside the lid, it's kind of got the basic instructions of how to plug it in and downloading the app, and then starting to do the basic projects and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Cool. So yeah, here's the instructions, and it's like the start here guide by the looks of it. Let's take a look at that real quick. So that's just kind of like a quick fold out thing here. Oh, this is actually a paper speaker template for one of the projects, and this is like a whole kit for making special like covers that like let some of the LED light through, I guess. And then some of the controls and connections. That was that for the top part. Alright, what else we got? So these look like the clips, maybe, that kind of clip around the edges of the speaker. This, I assume, is the AC adapter. Yep. AC adapter. That. And this, I think, is the kind of the control panel, the back panel. It's got like the power inputs and stuff, and I assume some sort of like volume control, maybe, things like that. And then kind of a cool exposed circuit on the back, so you can actually see what the different components are. All right, next part is, looks like this, I think one of the experiment things is like a little coil where you can actually see how the speaker actually functions. And this is like the magnet that goes inside of that, right? So it's gonna generate an electric field and kind of show you how that works. So we'll get to that project. And this is the actual Bose speaker that goes inside of it. Cool. And these are the side panels. They're kind of like a plastic with like a rubber surround. And that's everything. Alright, so now we'll get to do the first project. I think the next thing we need to do is download the app. And that's supposed to kind of walk you through the projects. Alright, cool. So now we'll show you the app. So we went to the App Store and downloaded the Bose Sound app. So that's this app right here. And it says the first thing to do, it's going to say to plug in the control panel, just this part right here. If you want to, yep, show that, and then it's going to, I think, enable the Bluetooth, and then it'll allow us to connect to it. So we will come back here in a second with the AC adapter connected to it. All right, so now we've plugged in the control panel. And so now let's try again here. Appears to be doing something to connect. Okay. Alright. Anyway, let's call it test. Panel. Getting connected. Go to iOS settings, Bluetooth, and select text panel. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so now we are back and connected to the test panel. So it says nice job. Gets it up for your first coil launch. Let's go. Prepare for launch. Locate the blue magnet and place it on a flat surface. Okay. Yep, got that. Right. Place the yellow coil down over the magnet. Yep. Yeah, notice
notice the copper wire does not react to the magnet, right? Copper is non-magnetic. Connect the yellow coil to the control panel. Right, do that. Okay, coil connected. Very cool that the app is, okay, it's kind of nice, right? It's communicating back and forth with the Bluetooth, so that's pretty cool. And when you're ready, hit the next button. 3, 2, 1. So it just basically bounced the coil off of the magnet. So it just obviously sent a little bit of current through it, which created an opposite magnetic field, and then pushed it off of the magnet, which is pretty cool. And then it kind of explains exactly that here on the page, which is kind of neat. How high will it go? All right. Press the launch button to send a pulse of electric current. Increase the power to send more current for a higher launch. Okay. All right, so let's start with low power. Hit launch. So just moved it just a little bit. All right, let's go about halfway up. A little bit higher. Maybe if we kind of, looks like maybe it's getting kind of hung up a little bit there. All right, let's go full power. So it doesn't quite launch it all the way off of the magnet, but it does get it up pretty high. Pretty cool. Now we're going to get the coil moving and shaking. So I assume it's going to do some kind of oscillating pulses. Get the coil. Oh, can you see it moving? It's like tilting back and forth. Use the frequency slider, push and pull faster. Use the power slider to push and pull with more force. So we'll change the frequency right now. It's at 2 hertz, so 2 cycles per second. So now it's up to like 10 hertz. And there we go. Looks like I got it kind of stuck. I'm trying to find kind of the right place to put the wire so it's not quite holding it back. And we can reduce the power. If you can hear the clicking, we're almost up to 20 hertz now. That's pretty cool. Neat. And let's see, use a magnet and a coil of wire to make sound. Let's make some noise. So now it says it's going to shake it at 700 times a second. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it's sending a pulse of 700 per second. Obviously it's a much smaller. So it says try to hold it where the vibrations are strongest, and that's where it'll make the loudest sound. That's pretty cool. I want to try that one more time. Pretty neat. Now turn a cardboard box into a speaker. Now you can tape the coil to a cardboard box, which is in the BoseBuild speaker cube, which was there it is, this thing, which would allow you to then use this as like a vibration source, kind of like the same way a speaker works. So if you put that together, then you'd have like a little mini speaker. Try using the coil magnets. And then it looks like there's an embedded video here you can watch. Maybe? Oh no, that was supposed to play on the speaker.
Here's how you can turn a cardboard box into a working speaker. You can see I've got my coil and magnet all set up and connected to the control panel. And I've got the box, my BoseBuild speaker.
So I just wanted to show the rest of the Soundwave Studio here, where you can do like different types of waves and different levels of intensity. So if we hit play here. know if you can hear the vibration. In different shapes of waves. Pretty kind of a cool little feature there to kind of experiment with how sound is generated. It's pretty neat.
We decided to skip the actual making of the speaker part right now, but we just wanted to show you how you can actually really even hear the sound even without it. So when you play their kind of sample track here, as you lift off here and kind of keep it, so it's not actually banging into the magnet, you can hear it pretty clearly. And then as you pull it off of the magnet, you can actually still feel it just slightly here. And then it gets loudest when it's almost down over it completely. I don't know, thought that part was pretty cool. Alright, so now we'll get to the actually creating the BoseBuild speaker. So it's telling us to unplug the coil, so we'll go ahead and do that. And now it's saying to connect the speaker, so let me go ahead and do that part. Right, and you can see that the connector here is different than the other one, so hopefully it'll be pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's actually on the back side. To connect, let's see here. Right. Okay. So we've connected the speaker and it's playing a test tone. Yeah. And it says it's working. Right, it's kind of talking about how the magnet is bigger and more powerful. And this one. And now let's play some tunes, it says. So he wants us to compare how this sounds compared to the basic speaker. Much louder. Nice. And now it talks about actually putting the speaker together. Turn it down here. So stuff we'll need: the control panel, the BoseBuild speaker, the side panels, and the clips. Alright, we are back, and so now we are going to follow the instructions and build the speaker. So it's telling us that we need the control panel, the BoseBuild speaker, the side panels, and the clips. There's 36 clips. And right. So it says pick up a side panel and locate a flat rubber edge with a groove running down the middle, which is pretty much every edge on this. I don't know if you can see it. It all has that. One has one raised edge and one indented. So I think they're all the same. On a flat surface, hold two panels together to form a tent, like that. And I guess you kind of square up the corners while you're doing that. And then use 3 clips, it says, for each one. So then we'll go like this. 1. And we'll go ahead and do the opposite corner. 2, 3, and that's it. So now then you've got the first corner. Seems to kind of line up pretty well, and I guess in theory you could pop these clips off and take the whole thing apart afterwards. So I will go ahead and do the rest, fast forward through all that, and then we'll be back to see how it all works. And then one thing you probably want to do is kind of look around the edges where these join up right at the bottoms to kind of make sure everything is lined up. They're not shifted around. So you've got a pretty good looking square. So I'll just finish putting on the rest of the clips. All right, now we're unplugging the speaker and actually placing it into, you gotta squeeze the little clip connector on it so that it releases when you do that. So, right, so unplug the speaker, and it shouldn't matter because it's square, the orientation of it, so it should just kind of rest right in there. And again, you can kind of look and see that there's like one part of the edge here that's sticking out and then one that's indented, and that should line up. You've done it right. I think there's pretty much no way to mess that up. And then more clips. All right, a lot of clips done. Speaker is in place, and you can see the speaker wire and the back. Everything's looking pretty good. And now we'll go to the next step. And it says turn it over and plug the speaker back into the unit here. So I disconnected the power while we do that part. And I'm just kind of rotating it so that it's kind of more, it releases the tension on the wire that's inside, so that it's kind of goes in a good location inside of the speaker cube. And then more clips. All right, so we are all together now and the power's reconnected. So yeah, so let's see what the next step is. So now it's just playing the test tone. Yeah, cool. Right, so it's just saying here on this page that now because the speaker is enclosed and there's more support to the speaker, you're going to get better bass out of it than it just being kind of out in the open. And now we'll try the test song again. If you can hear the difference, but there's definitely a lot more bass to it now, obviously a lot louder. You get a little bit of pulsing on the sides, so pretty cool. One last thing I wanted to show here was the what they call the sound sweeper interface, where it allows you to boost different frequencies in the music. So this is the default, which is pretty much what it sounded like before, but now you see if we start to boost some kind of the mid-range frequencies, starting to kind of notice a bit more bass there. And you can also really see the movement of the speaker. That's kind of what they were showing us earlier with the magnetic coil and the magnet, right? When you were showing the different kind of oscillations, the height and the frequencies, was how the air is moving and actually creating the different kind of feelings of the sound. So it's pretty cool the way they enabled you to do that once you actually put the speaker together as well. So pretty well thought out. I think that's pretty much it in terms of the basic build and the unboxing part here. Maybe we'll have another video later that shows kind of the more detailed stuff you can do with it. I think there's some things you can do with kind of LEDs and things like that on the inside, but for now that's pretty much the basics of the build. So pretty cool little kit, kind of lets you explore the basics of acoustics and a cool little Bose Bluetooth speaker. So pretty nice.